I know it's been a while, but today it's Christmas special. And I'm going to talk about the guy that gave you the last Christmas. Well, we'll talk about his last photograph of George Michael. I'm going to talk about the original Santa Claus. I'm going to bring you on the streets of the Champs-Elysees of Singapore Orchard Road and a few more Christmas icons. So I've been silent for a while, and the reason is my Udemy courses are doing extremely well. What's that in my ear? My Udemy courses are doing extremely well, and I've put up the third installment of my face reading course, which is the expert level. This is like the firing pin. Okay, so I've been busy putting up another 10 lessons onto Udemy, and now I'm back on YouTube. And today is a Christmas special, and I am going to talk about the original Santa Claus. So the original Santa Claus, as you know, he lives in the 4th century. He lives in the 4th century. He's a bishop, and he did a lot of good deeds for people, gave a lot of charity, especially children. Later on, Santa Claus seemed to transform into this guy in the red suit and white hair and rather plump. The original Saint Nicholas tend to look like that, and of course we don't have the original photograph, and these are just hand-me-downs from a few people who might have drew him. They kind of agree a few things, that he has a high hairline and is a roundish head, is skinny, and because of the way he has a sunken cheeks, tells me he's not big and plump. Why they like to depict Santa Claus as a big plump fat man? Because jolly people, fluffier, tend to be more jolly, but they're just happy, and then they put on some weight. I don't know how. Maybe one day I'll do a video on that. So they prefer Santa Claus to be depicted as someone big and over the BMI. But the original Saint Nick, let's look at him. Okay, so he has a high forehead. I guess in the 4th century, wisdom comes with facial hair. So he looks in authority. He looks serious. You see the nose. He has a strong nose. Tells us that he has a strong character. His rounded head, rounded forehead tells me that he thinks out of the box. Apart from that, there's some inconsistency in terms of the size of his mouth and the ears. Some ears are depicted high, some ears are depicted low. So all I can say is the original Saint Nick is probably not on the heavy side, and he thinks out of the box. That's as far as we can read, actually. So what else can we see? So George Michael here, the young teenage heartthrob, when he started the first Wham album with Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, he has without facial hair, he was a teen booper. And then later on, as he grew older, you saw he became more serious and he had facial hair, and he had a stronger jawline, his hairstyle was different. And eventually this last picture is almost unrecognizable. So when we see this last photo of George Michael, there are a few arrows that I've pointed here. One is this the ear. The ear has this pointy ear, and then there's a hump at the back here. If you Google buffalo hump, new terminology that I'm sharing with you, it's probably not buffalo hump, and buffalo hump is a illness that causes either a lymphoma or something that will cause you a buffalo hump. So that's a lot lower. That's probably he's just put on weight. And then you see his entire demeanor has changed. He doesn't have that confident, sexy look anymore. He's got this owl eye, and his mouth is a little bit small. At the end, what was the official statement? How did George Michael die? They say he died of coronary heart failure, heart disease. And well, look at that. That's a frank line. Okay, so consistent to what we are sharing, there is a frank line to show that he has heart disease. Because there's a lot of speculation that he might have died of AIDS or other things. So don't know. Can we tell that George Michael is gay just visually? The answer is no. I'm a big fan of George Michael, and I think he has a fabulous, real fabulous singing voice. And no, it doesn't show that I could tell if he was on the street that he was gay. But for Harry Styles, that's a different matter. Macaulay Culkin, another Christmas icon. He was home alone. Look at that child star when he was young. Nice blue eyes, good skin, luscious red lips. So directors cast him because he's such a cutie. Then he went on drugs and he was in rehabilitation. And look at the pictures here. He reminds you of this guy from Prison Break. The guy, whatever his name is. And you know, it shows that he doesn't have a buff body. He's really skinny and consistent to what we have been sharing with you. The sunken cheeks tells us that he might be on drugs, or he was on drugs. Again, why I hesitate there, because some people have sunken cheeks because they have a medical condition, or like prisoners, they are starving. And one of the reasons why even drug addicts will have the sunken cheeks is because, new thing I want to share with you, wasted muscle or muscle atrophy, which is the muscles that you don't use eventually become softer, degenerated, and you know, it goes off. Just like if you don't exercise, the muscles become smaller, and if you do, you become bulky. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why people like drug addicts, they have sunken cheeks, because if they don't have the appetite, then they don't use the muscles to chew and to eat, and that is one of the reasons medical practitioners share with me. Okay, and what else do we have here? We have Mariah Carey. All you want for Christmas is her. If she looked like that, but she has changed, and now she's a little bit on the plump side. Can I use that word? I don't know whether that's politically correct. So Mariah Carey has not changed much in terms of its facial feature. I think she has matured, of course, and face has become longer. And you know, when we talk about longer face, it's about maturity, it's about having more confidence and a sense of self-reliance. So that's expected. But then perhaps a day I will talk about why some of the ethnicity, they grow to be of a certain shape when they grow older, bigger on the hips, and why do we Asians, we continuously look skinny and young and get branded as kids when we go to New York. I might do a video on that. But let's look at Mariah Carey again, and you look at her face, this beautiful face of Mariah Carey. It has a slightly Hispanic look in it, doesn't it? She has a Venezuela heritage. Now, what causes that kind of look? What makes a Chinese look like a Chinese, an Indian look like an Indian, a Caucasian look like a Caucasian? So here's a picture. It's all me. I'm Chinese, and one looks even more Chinese, and then there's a Caucasian look, there's an Indian look, and there's an African look. Okay, so what makes me look different? Of course, it's the Chinese eyes, the epicanthal fold. Okay, for the Indians, the eyebrow are lower, it's deep set, so are the Caucasians. Of course, even the teeth, Asian teeth and Caucasian teeth have a different style. The curvature is different. Okay, and for the African, by default, they have thicker lips, and even the eyebrows are not as low as the Indians. Okay, finally, we use a icon called the Grinch of Christmas. And why is this important? Because even if it's a fictitious character, the directors know how to mold a Grinch to personify the personality of the Grinch, which is pessimism, hostility, and aggression. How do you do a costume that will depict pessimism, hostility, and aggression? So there you are, sitting there watching the YouTube. You try. How would you express pessimism in terms of facial expression? Like that. Pessimistic. Okay, so there is frown, the mouth will go up, and that is why when we show you pictures like this, they will do the mouth upwards. Of course, the nose is I think it's a dog nose. It looks like an animal, so it doesn't look human. Okay, if they put a human nose, the whole Grinch looks like a human. So they do it like a dog nose. Okay, but the eyebrow will always look like a V because of the aggression. The eyes will either look aggressive, like shock, or it will be cut half across the iris to look stern. Okay, so with the face going up, that is how they will depict the Grinch. So it is consistent, and so making it very simple for you to learn face reading. Hi, this is Christian Chua in the middle of Orchard Road, and today is a special episode where I will do street reading on unsuspected people. Here we are on the streets of Singapore, and here this is how Singapore celebrates Christmas. Our mighty Orchard Road, being famous for years for their shopping extravaganza. They line up the whole streets with colorful lights, and this is the start of Orchard Road till the end. We have baskets, we have people, we have tourists coming in already, and I'm trying to go through the crowd and see who I can read their faces. This guy, no, this guy, it's just too fast, nothing interesting. Okay, this Basker here, this man is this amazing musician. Okay, so he wears a very formal outfit. Formal shirt, formal pants, but from the side view, you see his ponytail? Okay, so you tell me, what does it display? From the body language, from the cold reading skills, from the facial expression, you tell me, put in a comment, what do you know about this guy? Okay, happy holidays, or in Singapore, we definitely can say Merry Christmas, have a happy and holy Christmas. Christmas should be a time where we think about others and make someone's wish come true.